Hello, once again, and welcome to a lesson of mechanics. And here we have an activity that says a body of mass 0.9 kilograms is moved a distance of 25 centimeters while accelerating 8 centimeters per second squared. Find the work done. Also gives a hint. Recall that F is equal to ma, that is, force is equal to mass times acceleration. Recall that the formula for work was equal to force times distance. In this case, is force times displacement, where displacement is a distance moved the same amount. So also we're given that force is equal to mass times acceleration. So we're given that the mass is equal to 0.9 kilograms. We note that. And that the acceleration is 8 centimeters per second squared. But we need to convert this to meters per second squared. So we are going to either divide by 100 or multiply by 0.01. So here we multiply 8 times 0.01. And so conversion is that our acceleration now is 0.08 meters per second squared. Now we're going to substitute the amounts for the mass and the acceleration into the F equals ma formula. So F is equal to 0.9 times 0.08, and that would be equal to 0.072. Notice we have kg times meter per second squared, which is equal to, is the unit for force, which is newtons. So the force here is 0.072 newtons. Now let us go to the calculation for work. Remember, work is equal to F times D, but D is given as 25 centimeters. We need to convert that to meters. So D is equal to 25 times 0.01 meters equal to 0.25 meters. Now we have the force of 0.072 newtons and the distance or displacement of 0.25 meters. So then the work now will be equal to 0.072 times 0.25, and so that will be equal to 0.018 Newton meters, which is the unit joules, right? So joules is Newton meter, so we write it joules the unit of work, so the work is 0.018 joules. Now let's look at another problem where the force is applied at an angle. And so number 2 here says a force of 100 newtons is applied at an angle of 60 degrees to the horizontal to move a crate 10 meters. How much work is done by the force? Now, work is equal to force times displacement times cosine of theta, where d cos theta is the displacement in the direction of the force. Now the force is applied at an angle, so we have to take into account that angle. In some readings they will tell you the force in that direction is F cos theta. Either way, your workout will be F times d cos theta. So we're going to substitute the values of force, which was given as 100 newtons. Substitute the value for distance is 10 meters, and the cosine of the angle, which is the angle is 60 degrees. Now the cosine of 60 degrees, that is equal to a half. So you're going to multiply 100 times 10 times 1/2, and that will give you 500 joules as your answer. Note here we said d cos theta is a portion of the displacement that happens in the same direction of the force. So once you are given a question where the force is applied at an angle, we need to use the cos theta in the formula, not just W equals FD, but W equals FD cos theta. Now here are 2 problems for you to consider to do. Number 1, mass of 1.2 kilograms is moved a distance of 40 centimeters while accelerating at 5 centimeters per second squared. Find the work done. And 2, a force of 80 newtons is applied at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal to move a box 12 meters. How much work is done by the force? Okay, and so I need you to apply your knowledge based on what you learned to do these problems and do them before I see you next time around. Thank you.